It's week 3 of the National Football League, and front and center is Sam Laporta. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Lions and the Cards, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals come out. They're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, first overall pick in 2019. Wows you with those highlight plays over the years. Off the injury, Greg, the Cardinals quarterback, is once again the exciting Kyler Murray.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. He had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Murray. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Murray. The ball comes out. Oh, he gets it right back. Well, the pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg. Fortunate to keep possession.
Really fortunate, Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it, but you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit, far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, Goff. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Detroit.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He'll tuck it and take off. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Gibbs. And he will dive into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cards offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4.
The tackle by Jack Campbell. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Murray. And he is going to go down. They sack him to end the 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 6-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Blake Gillikin now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Raymond going to return it. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing here is Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
A toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs. A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
Pretty evident that they felt the weakness of this rush defense was on the perimeter. A simple toss play gets the back out there so fast. They secure the edge, and it just becomes a foot race, and he walks in for an easy 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Connor. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
7-yard gain. And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10.
He'll go right back to Connor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Murray. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Wow! 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
By the end of last season, Mike, on that NFC Championship run of the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs really found his stride. They can do so many different things with him, run game, pass game, no matter how you do it. When you get the ball into this kid's hands, he can do a lot.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to...
And he will get into the end zone. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Cardinals, nothing. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. Second primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Murray to throw. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
James Conner, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Will Levis leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Anthony Richardson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a first down.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
Come on!
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
Goff to throw on first down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. A dive, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Now a second down throw for Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. A tough spot here. Third and long. From the gun, it's Murray. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Cardinals lining up for punt as he's on for the fifth time this afternoon. This fielded inside the 35. And what a return. He sets up the offense inside the red zone. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Here's Goff. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On third down, they go with Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
They'll run the toss with Gibbs. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Murray. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Murray with a give to Connor. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Now Murray, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
The Cardinals line up for a punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here comes a return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. First and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball.
Now, Jonathan Gannon not sure here about that call, and he wants them to take another look.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's into the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Gibbs. A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
That's good for the Cardinals.
Working out of the gun, Murray. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. The Lions all their first time out.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On first down, it's Murray. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Murray now on second down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points, Greg. Very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Carter on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And this was as good as it gets, all 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.